So I'm speaking from one of the accounting and consulting firms.
I'm enough.
So there's so much of hype now. Like a year ago, our clients, folks who don't know about blockchain, and now I get into a meeting and everybody's like, this is it, I've read so much about it, but then I'm wondering, is this the hype that's kind of building into it? And I see proof of concepts being done, but if they are to be scaled, that it's at least 5 years away. That's what I kind of see. It's like, would blockchain survive that long? And what would it take fundamentally, one or two examples or events that'll actually make it mainstream and people would start talking real things rather than just building hype about it?
I think you're absolutely right. The hype around blockchain is entirely out of sync with the actual implementations, with one exception. And that exception is the Bitcoin blockchain. You could also say perhaps with two exceptions, because Ethereum is also has become a large-scale viable production system with still some growing pains, but definitely something to watch carefully. So there are a couple of really important blockchains in the world today, and other than that, we're seeing an enormous amount of hype. I think part of that represents just kind of the general economic conditions. If you have a lot of money, and in many corporations today, a lot of money is the situation because of free money and stimulus and low interest rates that we've been in now for 6 or 7 years. What are you going to invest it in? Equities, that's a bubble. Real estate, that's a bubble. Student loans, that's a bubble. Auto loans, that's a bubble. Bonds, that's a bubble. Corporate bonds, that's a bubble. And so one of the problems we have in all of the Western developed economies is that we have a lot of money chasing very little yield. And that tends to create these exuberances. And so people are looking at blockchain and saying, okay, maybe fintech is the place where we might get some yield. And I think the investment has far outpaced the reality on the ground, which will eventually correct. But if you look at the broader space, you have to realize there are some real blockchains changing things in a very real way. And those blockchains are the open, transnational, borderless, open access, open innovation, permissionless blockchains such as Bitcoin and Ethereum and others that are setting the stage for real change with real applications today. A lot of hype, but also a 7-year experiment that refuses to die, continues to deliver more and more innovation every year, and will continue to surprise people.